Hey man, how's it going?
Good.
Congratulations, your very first start, your very first win as a starter.
Yep.
So what was kind of going through your mind leading in today? You knew you're going to have a big role on the staff this season. You pitched a lot in the past at other schools, but this is your first start. I mean, what was going through your mind?
You know, a lot of adrenaline. I was excited. It was one of those things where I was at Maryland, even in my outings there, we just didn't get too many fans, so I didn't get that surreal environment aspect of it. And these guys just brought it to a whole new level. Like, the fan base here is incredible. When we had Fan Fest, there was more kids than we expected, more fans in general. And today it was just trying to hone it in. You know, they were chirping from the beginning, gave me more adrenaline rush, and just getting through that first inning I think was the biggest push. But it was a really good time. You know, it felt good. It was a special night, and you know, we're just looking to build off of it.
What did you like most about your performance tonight? Something you'd like to work on for your next start?
Yeah, I'd say for tonight, you know, adversity in the respect of, you know, they got a little blue pit in that first inning, and it just gave them momentum right away. But you know, sometimes you struggle there. I was struggling a little bit with control on some other pitches. I think I had, you know, my C stuff tonight if I was rating it. So, you know, working off of that is just, you know, practicing those off-speed pitches as much as I can, kind of getting on the mound more, really just see how they feel, and just coming out next time, you know, being more aggressive in the zone, especially with off-speed. Credit Siena, they were doing a good job laying off things outside the zone and really just swinging at pitches that they could really get to. But, you know, as a starter, our job over the course of a game is partially just to make sure that as the game progresses, we can kind of make some adjustments so that, you know, they're even more on their heels as the game goes on.
Can you take us through that early part of the game? You know, you kind of had that run a little bit, you know, had that wild pitch a little bit. So can you just take us through that early part, how you kind of settled in as the game went on?
Yeah, kind of like I said, adrenaline definitely just spiked everything. Like the emotions, I kind of could hear them more. That fired me up. So it was hard to settle in when you're trying to, you know, focus on your breathing, but keep that same energy. So, you know, that first inning I came in, talked to Adi. You know, we just had a good talk. I was like, listen, you know, I'm a little bit amped up. He's like, go take some breaths. Like, just sit back, give yourself a break for the next couple batters, and then let's just lock it back in. And that's just one of the things we preach. You know, we talk about visualization, we talk about breathing and all those things, and I just took my breath into control, came back out, and you know, from that point on, the next couple innings were just really good.
You're from that Maryland area. Where are you from originally?
I'm from New Jersey.
New Jersey, okay,
yeah.
So kind of up that way. So
Still
how did
north.
you get connected to UCF? You hit the portal, I guess. How did you get connected with Lovelady, and why did you make the decision to come down here and play?
Yeah, so obviously being in Maryland, and when you're from the northern areas, it's hard to get those southern schools to look at you, especially when you're at a young age, unless you're really, you know, blowing it out the water, have special stuff. So once I hit the Cape this summer, I got in touch with Freeland and Patterson. They were both on my team. So coincidentally enough, I had, you know, two of our stars on my team, made it easy in regards to getting coaches' contacts. They did a good job, you know, just kind of putting me on a platform for them. Like, they kept the coaches in touch when I was throwing. They could see stuff live feed. They couldn't come to games, just had too much going on. But you know, they were kind of the last team to really reach out with an offer. I had a couple other schools, some SEC, some ACC, where I was quite honestly leaning toward making a decision, but I wanted to be here just based off of the experiences they were telling me, you know, what they had, the culture that was built here, even before they had been here. Like, what I'd heard, I thought it was like a special place to be. And you know, Lovelady gave me a call like middle of a game, said, hey, like, this is the situation, this is where we see you. Like, if there's a spot open, if you think you can earn it, show us. And you know, we went from there. So that night I took the offer because I couldn't wait to get down here. Everything I'd seen from these guys, I was super ecstatic.
What was Freeland's sales pitch, the player's sales pitch?
You know, they purposely left out the conditioning aspect of things. You know, especially in the fall, we do a lot of conditioning just to keep ourselves right. A lot of competitions, and most of them are physical. But their big pitch was just Adi. It was Adi and Lovelady. When, you know, I got my first conversation with Adi, I could just tell the way he approached the game as a coach, as a pitcher. He wasn't going to try to control me. He was going to try to control the game more so, and just go off of what I was feeling. And you know, in the past I didn't have that, but that's what I was looking for. And same thing, he's a big analytical guy. He does both analytical and mechanical. And as a pitcher for myself, that's what I look for. So talking to him and then getting to talk to Lovelady, obviously they take the games very seriously, our practices seriously, but we can be laid back and have fun. Like, I can go talk to my family, you know, before a game and just say hi, or I can mess around with my teammates in a game while, you know, we're between innings. And those were just some of the small aspects that, as we're playing at this age, you want to keep the game fun, and it's hard to in college with how strenuous it can be, and they just do a great job with that. So that's kind of what really gravitated me toward this place.
Tonight was your first start, but how excited are you just for this season, just for the opportunity to prove yourself as a starting pitcher, playing at a high level? You got to be really amped up after a great summer in the Cape to come here and try to prove yourself as a starter.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's great. Like I said, they, you know, they forced me to earn it. They said from the very beginning, like, there's a spot open, but we already have 5 guys, like, looking for it. We have 5 guys that we're planning to go through over the course of the fall and early spring. And it's just special. Like, the guys here, I've always talked about it with them, and I've preached it to the coaches, like, the camaraderie level and just, like, the brotherhood. It's a silly thing, everyone says it, but the brotherhood that's actually here is really, really special. Like, I've never been in it before, and when I first got here, you know, the new guy you typically don't give the credit to. And they were right away, like, loving, open arms, wanted to bring me in, treat me like as if I'd been with them for 5 years. So I think it's going to be special. I mean, you know, we have 2 great games against Siena. We got one more tomorrow that we got to stay locked in for. Kind of get greedy is the way we approach it. And I think as the season progresses, the team's just going to get better and better.
What do you think about this staff and depth on it?
Yeah, you know, we lost a couple big arms. We lost Zach Bennett, who was going to probably be our closer, if not late relief. We lost Chris Sosnowski, who was another big freshman arm. He was in contention for a starter, whether it was weekday or weekend. But we have guys, you know, stepping up. I think one of the big things for, you know, the 3 guys who went in tonight, we had the freshmen come in for the first time. It was nice for them to have a lead, just to have some backup, but getting them that first start with the pressure of fans and, you know, it's a nightlife game, it was big because they're going to have to step up. I think we have a lot of depth. I think Will is going to be really special back there. Obviously, he hasn't gotten a chance these past couple of days. You know, his goal is going to be being that guy who comes in with the game on the line and shutting it down. But between him and, you know, a couple of other guys, we're just going to be really special. I think our starters are going to carry the way, and they're just going to shut the door late game.
You're the only one that made your UCF debut tonight. You had Kyle Kramer, Silas Cox, Donovan Cosmo, Jacob Marlowe come in tonight as well. How would you say their pitching went tonight?
It went well. I think the way a lot of us pitchers think, so we're very analytical. We look at the game, and we're very much so hard on ourselves. And just talking with them, like, they had clean innings, you know, a couple things happened, but they were scoreless. They got their first strikeouts, all those things. It was special for them, but we all want to, you know, have the best outing we possibly can. So it was good for them. Like they said to me, and like I said to them, there's a lot of room for us to expand and grow on. And I just think that for them, especially as freshmen, getting that first one out of the way, it knocks those nerves down a lot. And, you know, going into next weekend, especially even this week, we got some big games ahead that we really got to be ready for.
Here's a new guy you're learning about, you know, the UCF Knights, but the Citronauts have been the alternate uni. Like, what do you think about the ensemble you guys are running? Citronaut Saturday, going to do it all year.
Yeah, no, they're incredible. They're incredible. You know, they showed them to us a couple weeks ago, and we all got really, really excited. They hadn't showed us anything. Even our pregame, you know, our pregame jerseys, we got the long sleeves. We love those too. We've been seeing the coaches wear them. They've been telling us we won't get them, but we all love Citronaut Saturday. It's just a different uniform. It's something special and unique. So we're all proud to represent it, and I think it's just going to look good as the year progresses.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. Good luck.